Hello guys and welcome back to TirsbaekTV. Today we're revisiting one of our favourite mods, the Syncro Gearboxes Slick Shift, only this time it's going in the Creeper's cousin. So we can't really begin this video without introducing this, because this car has never featured on this channel before, and some of you might think we've painted the Creeper red or something like that, which isn't the case. But Nissa, would you like to introduce? You probably know more about this than I do. So
yeah, this car, my dad traded that for another Series 3 we had in the back, which was also red.
Current Land Rover is currency here.
Yeah,
we just trade in Land Rover.
One for another one. But this one is from not that far away from here. Dad got it about 4 months after I got my Series 3, so he also wanted to be in the club of getting a Series 3 all of a sudden. But this is meant for a workshop car, which we use when like my car's in there or something and I need to get somewhere.
It's the Tiersbaek hire car.
Yeah, pretty much. Take that one around. And it does look a bit rough around the edges, but this car has actually gone less than 3 times as much as mine have. It's gone 49,000 Ks, which is like pretty much still new as such
in the Land Rover world. And although it's Series 3, it's actually a hell of a lot different from the Creeper because of what's under here.
Yeah, it's a diesel 2.2, I think 2.23 or what they're called. Diesel engine in there. It runs a bit rough in the start, but once after it get heated up, it drives actually quite good. The only thing that's the matter with it is the brakes. They're non-existent, but somehow it's
quite
still
essential.
got a license plate on it. So yeah, I don't quite know how the test vehicles in the MOT. The brakes are not there.
Do we know what year it's from?
No idea.
Because I mean,
it must be
the diesel must be one of the later ones.
Yeah,
but I don't know what. I mean, it's still an early diesel.
Yeah,
but yeah, I've never. Like all the Series Land Rovers I've ever seen or played with have always had petrol engines, so I haven't had much experience with the diesel. But it is in surprisingly good nick. I mean, the body could be better, but underneath it's actually really good. Yeah,
the frame is quite good, but we also done some work on the frame. We got brand new suspension on this side, new shocks all the way around, and got brand new rear cross member as well. So it is getting there pretty much, but the doors are completely eaten up. So new doors is required at some point, but otherwise than that, it's quite good.
And this is what we're going to be installing, which is the, as we said, the Syncro Gearboxes Slick Shift, which we've also put on my car, so you can go check out that video. But today we're going to be putting it on the Creeper, not the Creeper, the Creeper's cousin. I mean, we're going to go through the gearbox in a second and show you that, but it's not bad. It's not that bad actually.
No, it's like, as we said, it's still within the new league of Land Rover, so we're going to take a quick drive around, see what it's like, and then we're going to take you into one of the barns with all the secret stuff. It's like a door into Narnia, just of the Land Rover world. We're going to go in there and find an old Series something and see what the gearbox can be like, which is why you actually need this kit to even be able to drive them and still have fun.
The Series 3 Slick Shift is very similar to the one we installed in my TD5. It allows for quicker and much smoother gear changes by reducing travel through the gear stick's pivot pin. considering how loud and vibratey it is at these speeds cruising. We're going like 30 miles an hour for those of you in the UK. And we're already kind of shouting. Can you imagine doing 120 in here?
Really huge gap to get between here.
I just noticed that this is as closed as my door will go. It is that. It's not actually closed. And I was leaning on it a second ago. All old Land Rovers have a random light on the dash. Like sometimes it's green, sometimes it's red, but they all have a little light on the dash that just blinks randomly. You never know what it means. So what's next?
We go into the barn, we find the lightweight, the very first TirsbaekTV ever filmed car. And we have a look at the gearbox on that one because I know that one has gotten quite far, and the frame is good condition, the engine's good condition, but the gearbox got so much lag in it. So have a look what it can be like and why you need the slick shifter to actually drive one of these things safely and enjoyable. So we've got to do that now. Hello. You see, this is the exact same gearbox we got in it, except this one is quite a lot older. I don't think the speedo works in it, from what I remember last time. But you see, that's in gear. That's how much play you've got in it. That's second gear, third gear. Look at that! They're like 20 centimeters from each side. That's fourth gear. Reverse even got any. There we go. Yeah, exactly the same. Yeah, and that is what we are going to be fixing here today. And that is, I know like that bit looks a bit different, but that should be completely the same gearbox as the ones in the Series 3. Yeah. I turned into metal. I've done this first before I took all the matting up. But now you guys know what to do. Yeah, and don't worry about this rubber piece, which is already completely mangling this one, because you get a brand new one. Empty. Eating that later. And here we got itself. Know what that is? I think that is his homemade slick shifter.
Oh yeah. That might actually explain why it's pretty good already.
Yeah. I don't know if it's factory or not. I think it is, because you got like this plating here. Maybe like a factory slick.
Yeah, I mean, with an old Land Rover, it could well be. But the thing is, every old Land Rover is different. So you don't know what's factory and what's not.
Now there's like the maximum slag is in 3rd gear. That's what we got. It's like, what's that? 7 centimeters, 8 centimeters? Not 20 centimeters in the lightweight. But 1st gear is really good. 2nd gear as well. But we can get that a lot better. No idea if this is homemade or not. It does kind of look a bit like it, but it could also just be a mangled old general Land Rover thing.
I mean, like I say, it would explain why the gearbox is already better than it would normally be, because I would have expected it to be way worse than that before. In order to remove the central tunnel to access the gearbox, we first had to dismantle all the surrounding levers and then remove the floor panels on both sides.
Just make all the nuts different sizes. So what we're actually doing with these old screws here was that we're just lifting them up slightly with this thing, because they're so rusted that the impact screwdriver can't get them off. So we just lift them up slightly. We'll break all the rust and all to get them off. Might as well restore the whole Land Rover today. No idea what that is. It's like an unidentified thing. Always close your eyes when you're doing that. Give it a couple of licks and see. Maybe also your mouth. That'll be quite hard to blow with your mouth closed. Can you see what that is? It's like hard. It's a bolt. No, what is that?
It just looks like a lump of metal.
Yeah, it does. Well, goodbye, Mr. Lump of Metal. And see, that is the only thing you need it for. Is that one bolt right there. And you take that whole bit out. Well, then you can also have a look on the other side of your Land Rover and clean it out and get some proper bolts gone through. I think we're going to replace all these with like this type, because they'll seem so much better than these ones, and these won't be reusable. Yeah, that was one side. Onto that side. Yay! Or not. I need to get cooked first. Not much to do. This crumpled look. It's like meant to go there, and all that thing came off. Yeah, it's not good.
What is this car held together with?
Hope.
It's just dust and hope.
Right, overdrive there.
I've got these wires as well.
Yeah. You can't let them sit on it. Bad experience with wires.
We've all been there.
I think we're good at the to take those off as well. Yeah, we need to get in and access the bolts back here. Now we're ready to operate. Let's see how it works.
Yeah, that was the hour-long process to cut open the chest.
Yeah. We're replacing that bit, which is the new tower. We show that metal bit goes on that bit, and you got an inspection cover here, which goes up and covers as well. And you got the turret, which sits on top, and you got the new longer shaft down here, which you put on. And also that spring tensioner for the reverse. I don't think that you get to keep that. And you just put a new rod on and the gear knob on top of it, and then put the all things back together, which will go quite a lot easier than taking them apart. Got those two lock tabs, one there. You bang them back. You can take those two bolts out, and you can take this reverse thing, spring tension off. You won't be needing that. 12. Meh.
Owing to the fact that all old Land Rovers seem to be constructed to different measurements, we had to make our own alterations to the turret's base plate.
And that bit is a lot longer than the standard one, which means you get like more, you have to use as much power to change gear. And then you get two springs of this one big spring, which then selects how much tension you want onto it when you are moving it around. So we're gonna assemble this one now, put it down into the cup bit, and last bit probably be putting that bit on. However, that spring should be quite hard to get in, so that's gonna be fun. Like the easiest way to do it is, there's a lot of tension on these springs. Like that.
Actually, yeah, it's going to fling into me in a second.
Two bullets flying around.
Someone's going to lose a tooth.
There's just a bomb right now.
You can tell from how much I'm zooming in how far away I'm standing.
Well, this is pretty much just like the TD5 slick shifter.
Yeah.
Take this bit and push it in.
It's not a shifter. We got told off for saying that.
It's a
slick shift. There's no error on it.
Gear selector shifter.
My knob. My knob selector.
Knob.
If you're wondering why there's a car having its nuts revved off outside, it's because Land Rover Experience are doing a sort of assault course outside the workshop. It's like climbing a mountain, like you've got to the first ledge.
Yeah.
Ping!
I think we need to turn the spring around. So I've turned the spring around, so this is what it should look like. So you take that bit, turn it all the way around here, comes up, and then sits on these two tabs on the selector bit. And a good idea to do that is, as I said, to take these bolts all the way down, that one and that one. I just turn those all the way down to the bottom bit, so it's easier to get on. So I'll be doing that now. There you go, got them on this time. Just for the sake of it, don't use these small sockets, get the bigger ones. They're larger, and that way you can get more of the spring inside, so there's less chance of that one going down and hitting somebody in the head. Do these ones quite a lot easier. Now I just need to get these two off and set the tension on it, and then they should just be there forever. I've got the springs on, I've put the tensioners here. These two bolts, you can turn them up and down after how much play you want in it before it hits. I've put it so we've got a tiny bit of play here, to be sure. But right now, if you like pulling the bottom tab here, it's quite hard to pull it around. But when you get an extension that goes all the way up to here, it's going to be feeling so nice to be changing gear now. As you can see, it works as you should, both ways, and they're not going to be coming off the springs. So what is going to be done now is going to be greasing up this middle bit here. It's going to put loads of grease in there and just working around and get that grease worked all the way around, because you're not going to get in here for a long time. So it's a good thing just to completely grease it up now. So that's what I'm going to be doing now, grease it up. Of course you can also go from underneath and grease it up down there. And after that I think we're ready to install it into the car. So go get some gloves and some grease. So what I did now is install this little rubber O-ring onto the end of it, which then goes into the gearbox itself and clicks between the different gears and shifters. And that will also need a lot of love in the form of oil or grease, so we're just going to grease that whole bit up. And after that we're going to put the whole thing, just dump it onto the frame that we put in, and then we will actually start assembling everything around it as well. And of course we still need the dust cover protector, and we need to make that fit as well, but the mechanical wise that's pretty much the only thing you need to do, or grease up. So we'll be doing that now. That's one gear. It's just that play in between gears. You just listen to the sound of that.
Like, I don't think the clutch can handle that, the gear changes being that fast. You need to upgrade the clutch now. It's literally like one of these like dog leg shifters they have on rally cars.
I like that.
As we've mentioned in the past, taking your car apart like this is also a great opportunity to give it a clean in places you wouldn't normally be able to access.
1 kilo, 2 kilos, 3 kilos.
Weight reduction, bro.
Yeah.
We also took the opportunity to apply some ordinary DIY silicone sealant under the edges of the floor panels in order to keep water out.
So there we have it, guys. The Slick Shift is now installed. I haven't actually tried it myself, but you did.
I did, and it was already a new gearbox, as we said in the start, but it's much better than the start.
There's no play now.
Yeah, it's absolutely no play at all, and it just like clicks into gears like a normal car would. You don't go down and it just like keeps in that area. Like you throw it in and it stays there.
It is like race car levels of clickiness.
It is.
I think it's slightly lost because like I'm not sure the 40-year-old clutch can.
Though.
But you know.
Yeah.
It does the job, and it took a little bit longer than on the TD5.
We did kind of have to take
the TD5 Slick Shift was like an hour. Would have been half an hour if we knew what we were doing. Yeah. This was like 6 hours or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, not helped by the way Land Rovers are built, which is rather unique. But
although this car hasn't been touched for quite some years, so every single nut we have to take out was rusty as well.
Yeah, there's also
but if you're doing a complete restoration or taking the floor panels out for doing something, get a Slick Shift and install that at the same time.
Yeah, go for it.
And
go check out Syncro Gearboxes. Yeah. We'll put the link down in the description below, because for gearbox and transfer box products, they are second to none. They are so high quality. So go check them out down below. Thanks to them for supporting this video by providing us with the Slick Shift. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.